Hey guys, you're playing new Axlotl Sol, and this is lists from the Fantasy Flights regional. It's got 3 targeted marketing. Other than that, it's got a lot of ordinary Fastro stuff in it. So kind of a weird opener, but I think I can't turn down this much money. And Jackson will rescue our hand if need be. So I'm pretty curious to see how this deck plays, because I've had a lot of Sols that didn't really stand up to anything, and I'm curious if this one is in some way better. It plays smoother or has a better composition of ice or something that's special sauce, or if it's just actually not very good, like every other Sol list I've played. So we can play aggressive here, push our assassin out. He doesn't have any programs, so it's a little less exciting. This doesn't really make a lot of sense. Let's not do that. Let's just do... Let's bunker up for a turn. We can do this next turn and hopefully draw some more ice. We're on 17 ice, which is a healthy quantity of ice, unlike many yellow decks that play less than 15 ice and can struggle to have anything on their servers. Got an Inject Whiz. Interesting to see how this will work out for him. If you have the clone ship, it makes sense to play Inject to some extent because you're going to get your wild side earlier, which is exactly what just happened for him. Good for him. So we're drawing agendas like crazy. I think we got to protect our Jackson and just keep drawing with Jackson to get our board to a better spot. We are playing Sansan, so once we start scoring, it can be pretty fast to make 7 points. It's all about getting to that stage of the game. So no currents active. We're going to bring this up and just trace him. So we don't get to draw. We get to put back 3 money cards, which is fine. It's a pretty good Jackson, usually. This is really like the only reason to play Sol at all, is that this ice is good when you have a current active, which we don't. And that's the core issue with this ID, is that you end up either playing too many currents and there's all these currents just sitting in your hand being useless, or on the flip side you end up with not drawing any currents and doing nothing forever and having it just be like an overpriced hunter. So I think we're going to score in this remote, just rush out. This will eat an entire David if we put the wraparound outside. We also could score 15 minutes, but I don't think I want to score that one first. Man, we just keep getting fed money. I really want a Sansan to arrive, but I feel bad discarding money here. And we'll protect R&D. I don't know if having 3 David tokens is that much better than 2. A lot of times if they run through this with David, they'll have 1 David token left. They can't really use it, so they're going to have to, overwrite it and clone ship back anyway, so the 3rd token's kind of wasted. In fact, this was a good hit because now he had the laundry archives, so we denied an access there. Drawing literally all our money. Okay. Show me a Sansan. No. Okay. Fair. These are good ice though, so I can't complain too much. I think I'll actually discard 15 minutes. It's not that exciting. The intern's less exciting. Is it? If a cutlery kills our ice, we may want this later. I'm uncertain about the value of this interns. So we still can't get an ETR in this, but there's our Sansan. Do you like that? So let's get ready to start scoring some agendas. It's time, right? Yeah, I think this is actually justifiable with our current fat stack of cash. We're gonna just pump out agendas now. Hopefully not have to res our HQ at all. So 3 clone chips, interesting. 3 clone chip is 9, 3 parasites 12. So either he's got no levy or he's got no career fairs. I guess there's no career fair because the levy is going to be needed with the inject to play a long game. Still no currents have arrived, so this is still a bad ice. But once we get 1 current, it's all we need for the whole game. So I see why he's playing just 3 currents. Like, after all, you still have your standard yellow plan of scoring Astros on Sands. So you don't want to overextend into a theme that's, you know, not that exciting for you. So we're going to have to defend the medium here, but wraparound is a good ice for the job. We're certainly tech against Anarch. They're a thing we worry about. We just keep shoveling agendas. He's built a lot of stuff, but it's not really the stuff he needs to start threatening us. He must have David coming up soon. He's only on 17 left. Once he does, we can double up the wraparound, and then he'll run out pretty quickly, but if he has knife, then the wrap just dies straight up. Oh, he's Corroder. How long has he had Corroder? Did I just miss that being installed? Oh yeah, he installed it last click last turn. Wow, I missed that Corroder. Well, that's a problem. He's gonna see 5 deep. Yeah. I'm curious if we would have run here had we had just 3 ice. Because maybe we could have spared the Ichi for this R&D and he would have still clicked through. Pitching David. He has clone chip. We'll make him use it. He's got no memory. So I'll have to fetch David here and maybe overwrite something. Like his... I don't know. But we're definitely in a pickle now that he's got double medium. That's how yellow loses, is to just not having ice that stops him. And we're not even playing any APDs or anything, so it's completely exposed. Wow, he's coming for this one. You're on 17. I think he's just trying to get us to res. So what's the most annoying one for him? Probably the EG. Any value in boosting this here? We can pay X for X. I don't think there is. We've already gone through a lot of our money, so I don't think we're going to get more. He's going home. Okay, he didn't even want to get in, he just wanted to make us res. Fair enough. Good thing we didn't... I think Res and Caduceus would have just spent our money to not great use. It's probably a purge here. He doesn't have chronotype at least, so he's not getting that value. So our work now is to draw an agenda, which is a challenging task. We don't have any fast track. Oh, we have one fast track. Okay, well, I'm happy now. Do have a fast track, and we got some CVS, so this is not completely lost. Grimoire, okay, makes sense. Now we can get his David in here. Caduceus, kind of whatever. We finally get this here, and we're gonna get to trick play without spinning a click. And of course naming David because we have our Archangel loaded up here. I doubt he has a decoder of any type. So we're gonna need to hold him on the R&D, which means playing the booth out. Hopefully getting back all our credits when he fetches David to go through it. And then being able to res the Archangel. That's the dream. Alternately, we can just try to draw past what he saw and get onto our Sansan with our Astro token and win that way. So we've got some outs here. It is definitely nice to have targeted marketing in a meta where a lot of Anarchs are playing, you know, like 40 of the same cards and then maybe 5 different. Those 5 different do make a difference, but the bulk of it, you know, they're using these 2 breakers, Faust and David. All right. $10. Hello, toll booth. He's not going to get a lot of runs into this server. And especially where the David runs out, you know what I mean? Like, he's going to have to play it again if he wants to keep going through this booth. This card isn't fresh, I don't think. Okay, another targeted marketing. Fair. Interns don't really want. So Wraparound has done this job against Croter. Don't need him anymore. This is actually a decent ice still. Viper's doing a thing. So we need to draw the 3rd Astro or Beal. Oh, we got foods too. The foods are not very exciting. If we top deck it, we still can't score it. So it's gonna just like sit in the room for a turn where it's moderately safe. Excuse me, yeah. He's gonna have to fresh his David up. Does he have one in the bin? He does. Parasite the Wraparound makes sense. Well, I like 10 credits. But I don't like we're probably going to lose agendas here. Because these ones are fresh. Okay, so far so good. We're going to pray for the fast track to appear. Resing this into the Mimic feels bad. His Parasites and Clone Chips are in the bin. He wants to Parasite in our booth, but I don't know if it's worth paying 7 to save our $8 ice. I think we just let him in. If we think for a while, he might, you know, think there's stuff in here. So maybe I delayed long enough to give a tell on his screen. New sound. It's a little bit so-so. So the Caduceus taxes for 2, this taxes for a sucker and 2, which is really almost the same thing. Time to just tower up on R&D. Interns being used as a beanstalk. Well, more like a sure gamble, really. You're saving $3 and the click. Not really, because it's double. I guess it's a beanstalk. That's fine sometimes. This should maybe hold him for a turn. if he's worried that the David is going to be stopped. He doesn't want to like run a David tokens mid-run and have to jack out. Next turn's probably a purge again. I don't think he's got too much more in the tank. What's the trash here? I mean, we've already pitched our second wraparound, but he doesn't know that. So I wonder if he'd trash Corroder here. He doesn't really want to trash Mimic because of the Noose Hound. I guess his plan is to like sucker twice and then you pay 2 cards. That seems fine. So he's already seen 2 of these. He's gonna get 3 fresh. That's not ideal, but we're still ahead on points. And I'm still hoping to draw fast track. He has to levy soon, and that's going to be an opening for us because his bank is not that great shape. Trashing the levy, now he's the same old thing. I don't know if I like that. Down to 1 credit. Oh man, he's going in deep. He really needs to win on this access or I think he's in trouble. Oh, the CVS purge, the free turn for us. Epic time walk. Nice, we just saved ourselves a full turn. All right, are you fast track? Are you fast track? 10 credits. Will hold our remote, question mark. I want this Sanson to live. I'm gonna play a hedge fund here. I think the remote's okay, actually. With the little engine, he's going to have to get David again and pay us 10. Because now his suckers are almost completely disabled. Oh yeah, he's stalled out now. There it is. All right, we did it. So this deck... I'm uncertain about this deck yet. It did stuff. Clearly built to deal with Anarchs. You've got, you know, an awkward cheap ice that's annoying for Faust to deal with. Taxes on face check. Quite a bit of stuff taxes on face check, which I quite like. Not just playing ETRs here. Targeted marketing will fire. Anarchs are predictable. Their game plan is cookie cutter. It happens pretty much the phase of the game. You know what to name pretty easily. It's not like you have shapers with a whole bunch of different one-ofs and they're playing different one-ofs here and there. It's really like you know what to name. So I think if you're going to play just one current, this is better than like predictive algorithms or what's the other one? The Wayland one is 2 influence and not even that great. So I like this. And if the runner plays Employee Strike, it still gives your Noose Hound ETR because it's if any current is active, which is kind of neat. So there's some value there to the Noose Hounds. I like this deck enough to keep playing it. I don't know if I like it enough to play it a ton, but it's a bit different, and I think it's the best take I've seen on this ID so far. Thanks for watching.